In this video, we're going to learn how to use the grade calculator Excel file. In the next video, we will learn how to make it. So let's assume you just got your admission at John Molson School of Business and you have taken your very first class, like BTM 200. And in this class, you have two assignments, assignment 1, assignment 2, and then you have a midterm and then a final. And how much they're worth, like let's say your assignment 1 is worth 10%, the second is also worth 10%, 30%, and then your final is worth 50%. At the very beginning, you can speculate how much would you like to get on your assignment 1. Let's say you expect to get a minimum of like 8 out of 10, and the second one 7, and your midterm from 30 you think you could get 25, and in your final you think you want to get 48. So if everything goes according to plan, and then you can make this red for yourself so that you know you haven't actually gotten it. You will see that at the very end you will get a grade of A for that class if everything goes according to plan. But for example, when you're done with your assignment 1, you can always come back and change it. Let's say you got 9, and in the same way you could also change its color so that you know, and it's up to you, the color coding. That's how I use it. So that's for one class, and then overall you have lost like 11%, and at the very end you will have your exact 100%, grades. Even sometimes you may not know how much you got on your final, but depending on your grade that you could see on your My Concordia portal, you could just speculate and then write any number and see what's, let's assume you got like a B plus. So if you got a B plus, let's bring this down to 30. See, no, probably you got above 30, like maybe even above 35, 37. There you go. So if you got a B plus at the end, it means that maybe you got 37 on your final out of 50. So you could also use this sheet for your other classes. Let's say you have taken more than one class, 3 class, 4 class. You could basically just right click on it and then click on move or copy, then create copy, and then click OK. There you go. Then you could just bring it in there and then change the name. Let's say you have taken Econ 201 with it, and in this class you don't have any assignments, or you have you can just remove it. You can delete these. No, you don't have to remove the difference, because anywhere you see that there are equations like that, you're not supposed to mess around with them, because otherwise it won't calculate. Only these values that you enter yourself. So you could delete it all, or you could even write on top of it whatever it is. Say in Econ 201 you have your lyrics assignments, and you have your midterm, and then you have your final. And in your lyrics it's worth 10%, and you're 100% confident that you could get the exact 10%, then you could write 10 out of 10. You could get on that one. Your midterm, let's say it's worth 40%, so you're left with another 50% for your final. Again, you could speculate at the very beginning how much you want to get on your midterm. Let's say you think you can get 35 and then 45. So overall, if things goes according to plan, you'll get a perfect A plus on this class. Same way you could just copy it again and then have it for the other classes. And then on your all semesters, you want to know your cumulative GPA. What is going to be my GPA for the entire semester? So you want to plan ahead for everything. You can click on here. You can write like, okay, is it your first semester? Yes. When did you start? Let's say you start in fall 2017. If you just simply press F, it writes it back again. You just simply write your class's name, like BTM 200, Econ 201. In grades, you write equals is your grade. Again, equal. So I'm linking it with those sheets. So in case if you want to change these, that will change accordingly. And how much are these class worth? They're all worth 3 credits. So if they're worth less than 3, you could also write 2 credit, 1 credit, 6 credit, whatever. There you go. The total credits that you have earned, you see, it's the sum of these, the entire F column. Sum F to F, it means sum the entire F column. And your GPA would be 3.8. That's it for this. There is another thing, like it's called grade point average, which is not as important as GPA, but it's basically your credit times your grade point, which is this too, like E2 times F2. If you multiply these together, is the product of those. And this is their average, like the average of this. And that's overall the average of your grade points, your GPA. So that's it for this video. In the next one, I will show you how you could create this from the very scratch.